as a conservationist and animal activist, I don't have much influence. I don't have a zoo or a TV show, but there was someone who did, or does, and his name was Steve Irwin. He was before my generation, but he has been...
Has he been around that long?
Yes.
Apparently,
He was 4 years, 5 years.
Crikey.
Crikey. Crikey.
But he's remembered for placing the basic foundations in husbandry for crocodiles and other reptiles. He also brought awareness and the importance of wildlife conservation to the world. Before his rise to fame, he had inherited a reptile park from his parents in Queensland, Australia. Eventually, that turned into a zoo. He had a TV show called The Crocodile Hunter. It had over 300 episodes, and it was broadcasted worldwide in 1992.
Good job.
He got married and didn't go on a honeymoon. Instead, him and his wife, Terry Irwin, decided to travel and educate the world on animals and what they had to offer. Eventually, they established the Australia Zoo, where they housed many plants and animals from the continent of Australia. During their adventures, they were always prepared for anything and everything, but they were never prepared for parenthood. Continuing their adventures, bringing education and wildlife to the whole world, it eventually became a family affair. They brought both education and wildlife to the whole world through TV and basically just appearances. But Steve unexpectedly passed during one of his filming of his TV show in 2006. Their daughter Bindi has now taken on the challenges of the big screen and starred in the TV show Bindi the Jungle Girl at a very young age to educate all ages of what nature had to offer. She even spends time today educating future animal lovers, and her little brother, Robert, also loves wild things. He spends most of his time at the Australia Zoo, not in front of the camera, just educating guests and spending more time at home. Steve's legacy is still present today.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Very.
Yeah, you are.
I know.
Why'd you get nervous? You're doing
You're
really
doing
good
good.
at this point. What's on your mind?
On the fact that I'm having a hard time seeing.
Okay.
Where's your glasses?
That makes a difference.
Okay, David.
They're in my
I was gonna
eyes.
say,
I need to go to the doctor.
You got astigmatism? You got to test that real quick?
hold on.
I have 2 different prescriptions,
Fine.
so I'll probably get a huge headache.
Just gonna go cross-eyed. Cattywampus at the end of the day.
Probably. Steve's legacy is still present today, and his children still spread his message and conservation to bring to the world of wildlife and the magic of the world. After his passing, the conservationist community lost a great advocate. But crikey, he did leave a beautiful message and many wild adventures for the world to see. The Australia Zoo has a mission statement that he made, and it's conservation through exciting education. So let's continue supporting and conserving the wild places and create our own adventures. Thank you, Steve Irwin, and may your memory continue to inspire. That's it.
see that Norm McDonald did when he's like, can you imagine all the crocodiles sitting around? I'm like, hey man, that guy Steve got killed, man.
By
The
stingray.
stingray, it wasn't us.
Anybody seen the South Park episode with
Yeah.
Steve Irwin?
No.
Get really mad when I stick my finger.
What you wanna do now? Let's get rid of this